I was gonna go on a big, long, like, monologue or something, but I couldn't think of anything. But howdy, everybody. Welcome to Stranded Deep in Conversation. We got some time on our hands. So, hey, we're doing it. We're making it happen now. And we got some topic. We have a topic to talk about today. Which I was going to talk about a little bit, more on the stream, which I mentioned before. 1 year later is what we're calling this. 1 year later. It's been 2 days since I started doing this a bit more crazily, you know? But, I mean, technically speaking, like, I started in November, but we don't... That Retro Bowl episode was a dud. we forget about that, alright? That's what we do. We forget about that. One second. Sorry. Sorry about that, everybody. You might hear it. It's the washer. I thought our plumbing was having a bit of a mess again. That's all taken care of now. We literally just got taken care of, like, not even half an hour ago. So I'm very, very happy about that. It all turned out way more okay than I would have ever expected. Things are back up and running. I don't know for how long, but we'll find out when the time comes, I suppose. But yeah, so 1 year later, everybody. I gotta say, a huge thank you. As I've already probably did numerous times at this point. Thank you guys. I mean, this is something I was really thinking about doing for a long time, and I just never really got around to it. But one day I was like, hey, well, actually no, like, my first ever actual video was in November. Because I did the Retro Bowl thing again. We forget about that. But just for context, don't forget about it yet. At the end of this video, you can forget about it. But for now, just forget about it. Before that, like, I wanted to do stuff in, like, summer because I was, like, interested, and I was like, this could be fun. And I did. I went, to summer. I went to record something, and from what I remember, it was like It was like a bunch of like browser, browser. How do they call the games you see on the TV? The game shows. Jesus Christ, I'm okay. I'm losing it. But yeah, game shows. There was like a bunch of like browser game shows, like Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal, all that sort of stuff. I was planning on. I had that, and I did that. I edited it, and then I went to download it, and then I realized I was doing it on free software that I could definitely do it for free, but I'd have a watermark on it, and my brain was like, that's gonna look so ugly. No, I don't want that. So I said, fuck it. And I didn't do it. And that was in like August or something. So and then eventually I said, fuck it, I'm pulling the plug. I'm gonna download this software, which is what I use now. It's Wondershare Filmora. Not necessarily the best, but it's not necessarily the worst either. So hey, it's gotten me where I am now. So I'm no complaints here. However, so like November was the first episode of Retro Bowl, and I really enjoyed doing that, and I enjoyed it so much that I recorded like 2 more episodes of it, but they corrupted, and I didn't know why, so I just said, fuck it, I don't have the footage, why would I keep that going? And then I just kind of was like, well, there's no point in making anything else, because I wanted to do that, so I just kind of stopped. But then, like, December came around, and I was thinking, oh, I could do, like, Stranded Deep in Conversation. And I'd be like, I can, like, talk about, like, the New Year, because the New Year was coming up. And I was like, I can talk about that. That'd be a good, like, segue into this little, like, serious thing going. But then I was like, I started recording it, and, like, 5 minutes in, I was like, this isn't right, because I don't have the right equipment, I don't have the right anything to really make this sound good, or look good, or be good. So I didn't do that, and that was the last time I really tried recording anything, until I was like, I want to do it when it's ready, when it's set, when everything is fine, everything's crystal clear, no random background noises, a good mic, a good everything. Obviously, as you may know, I didn't really come for a while. But in March, I was just sitting there thinking, I want to play board games. I want to do like a single player board game experience, because that's how I play board games, and I want to, like, make videos with that. I thought that'd be fun. I thought it'd be enjoyable. And so Table for One came into my head. I was like, oh, that's such a fun title. It's a good title. It's good things. But I mean, again, I don't have the stuff for it, because I didn't really do anything to like prepare for it. I kind of just told myself I'll do it when I'm ready, when I have all the stuff. But I was never really being proactive about getting the stuff. So eventually, I was just like, I feel like it's better for not only just potential growth or whatever for this channel, but also just for me to just do it and just be happy with it, have a good time with it. And I did, and I'm eternally grateful for that decision, because that sparked me doing this so much more regularly. I did 3 Table for Ones in like a week, because I was really just hopped up on the idea of board games. And then I said, okay, let's do this once a week. The day of the week kind of changed around a lot, but I was like, we're going to do this once a week, because I feel like it's a little too much. I feel like I'm going to just kind of, I don't know, it just seemed like a little too much. And I started doing other games. I think the first game I played that wasn't Table for One, a tabletop simulator, was People Playground, and I don't think I got any traction at all, which is fine, because, it was a pretty shitty, it's kind of just me dicking around People Playground. So, I mean, sometimes a couple of those have hit, a couple of those have missed, but I don't really care. I'm just happy whoever did watch them, enjoyed them. Hope they enjoy them anyway. But yeah, I mean, did that sort of stuff, and I was really excited, because in my head, I was just like, I didn't really think about, okay, quality's not great, but we'll have a good time doing it. I just thought, great, I'm doing this, I'm having fun doing it, I'm editing it, so it's at least, like, somewhat insane, I guess exciting for me. But the thing is that when I first started doing YouTube stuff, I never really thought to myself, hey, let me edit it down to like a nice, easy to digest, like 20-minute thing, or like 15-20-minute thing, and just kind of like let it ride as dumb. My mindset was, I kind of wanted to play these games and then play them like so I can go back and watch me play them. So if I ever wanted to be like, oh man, I miss what I did this one time, because I always did stupid shit in video games, and I always had to just reminisce. I never really had an opportunity to just be like, oh yeah, I remember that, and I could actually like go back to that memory. But with doing this stuff, I had the potential and the actual ability to rewatch the stuff that I've done. I have done that a few times. Like with my Wrath series, I watched that over like once and a half. Which I'm so happy with, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, the idea was to make stuff that was like, like Cannibal Crossing. That stuff was like probably some of my least favorite stuff that I've put on this channel, just because it's so effortlessly boring. It's like I played for like 50 minutes, I'd edit it down to like 45 minutes, and then I just call it a day. Because that's just, I wanted to have that whole experience, which is like not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not really good either, which wasn't really the premise of what I was doing at first. But I mean, hey, it was what I wanted to do, and after a couple months of that, or a few months, I don't remember, to be honest with you, but eventually I was like, I want to change, I want this to shift, I want to make like more interesting edits and stuff, like actually make something entertaining, like at least from like a visual perspective, and just kind of like draw some people in with some like interesting editing or whatever. And I started like like cutting and like zooming in on stuff and having a lot of fun doing that. And I did that for a while, just kind of like very meager edits to make some things a little bit more interesting, some more pop in there. But over time, it kind of started transforming into more things, more edits, and I started cutting down videos to like maybe half an hour. And then Raft came along. And actually, before Raft came along, though, I started the channel in like March 7th. And like a month or so later, around somewhere around April, I feel awful for forgetting the date, one of my guinea pigs died, the last one we had. And that broke me like a shell, like an oyster, like you crack an oyster, the scallop out, And I figured I need to talk about it, but I'm not good at talking about things to people. So I figured I'd tell you guys, because either you'll tune in to listen, or you won't, and then I can just come back to this and remember what I was thinking, what I was feeling at the time. It was a win-win. And yeah, I mean, I talked about it, and that was the first episode of Stranded Deep in conversation. the pause is very important. Right? You know, it's like a aha, gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I didn't care at that point about the quality of the audio or whatever. I just thought the idea was quality enough that I can just make it work. And I'm so happy I decided that, because I just kept doing it. You know, the next one, the best Pokemon, came out, and Jesus Christ, that took so much editing. It was unbelievable amounts of editing. Like I wanted to like put the pictures of each Pokemon in there. It took fucking hours because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. I barely edited anything for like that first month and a half. So when I finally did something crazy, I'm like, oh god, it's taking forever. It took me hours. And that was around when I wanted videos done, like right before I left for work. Like I wanted them uploaded at like 2 o'clock. And which is just stupid because that means I have to be done by like 1, and if I wanted to at least be able to like render it all through, and it was just a pain in the ass, and that broke me for a bit. Like, that didn't really break me, but it was just tedious. You know, like working on the video the entire morning and then making sure it's uploaded by then. I still sometimes work through the mornings to get the videos out, but at least like it's not set in a way that I need to have it done by the time I get out of work. I mean, it technically is. I need to have it ready so that way it uploads by 6. But at the time, I was working certain mornings and certain nights. Nowadays, it's like pretty much exclusively nights, so which is great. Much more stable schedule. So I mean, I could probably have it set for an earlier time. It's not like it really matters. But it's good for days off because that means I can actually focus on making the thing good. I don't know. But yeah, it's like I remember then after Stranded Deep, you know, Raft came along, which is about the only other really big notable series I can think of. Like Hotline Miami, I did that. Like Super Mario Bros. Weem, I had a lot of fun doing those things. They were just dumb little playthroughs of stuff that I've been interested in doing, so I figured, hey, why don't I just play them for this? Because that's one of the things I really liked about starting this stuff. It got me to play games I wanted to play, but I just didn't think I had the time for. Like, I didn't think, oh, hey, you know, I could play this, you know? But I was like, nah, I'd rather play this game, or I'd rather just do this, or just wind up doing nothing most of the time, and then feeling bad for not having played the thing I wanted to play. But this is kind of giving me, like, a purpose to play something, a purpose to do something. Actually act on some of the stupid ideas that I have. You know, it's nice. It's interesting. It's fun. I really, really enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, Hotline Miami was so much fun. The Tony the Tiger just fisting just punching the shit out of people. That was such a fun time. I didn't actually finish the game. I didn't do endgame. Sorry if you're hearing some stuff outside my room. There's a lot of, you know, the water's back on, as I said. It's a big deal. It's pretty great. But yeah, I mean, it's just great. I mean, honestly, Hotline Miami was fun. Actually, you know, let me pull up my old playlist. Let me see what. Because I know Raft. There's a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like story games on like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. And then on the other days, I'd play, like, dumb games. Which I thought was a great idea. But I just didn't really care for that whole thing. Because that was, like, really, like a holding on me. You know, like, that, like, really bound me up. But, I mean, around that time, though, I did have, like, a successful video at some point. It was, like, well, I say successful. Like, in the grand scheme of things, maybe not. But for me, I hit like 100 views on my finale for my Cannibal Crossing playthrough, and that was huge. I didn't think that'd be possible, and I got it, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, I was so happy that people tuned in and looked at that and thought, wow, that was worth it. That was fun. That was a good video because a couple likes were on and all that jazz. I was really happy. I was just ecstatic that people were enjoying what I was putting out. But yes, I mean, I did like Streets of Rogue stuff, Goat Simulator, just a bunch of dumb little games I thought were fun. The Stray playthrough didn't exactly bode well on the channel, but I had a lot of fun playing the game, and I wanted to play it, but again, I was like, I gotta do other things, so I was like, oh, let me just play it for you guys. And, you know, I don't regret it. I think it definitely, that was around the time when work started giving me a lot of mornings, so, you know, having the Stray to just come out super easy content. It was like 20-minute video clips. I didn't want to keep the story stuff super long. I just wanted to have like shorter bits, which I kind of don't like the story thing now. That's why I kind of like doing the streams. It's like hours of me playing it, and then like next week it's like hours of me playing it. I feel like it's more easily digestible if it's just in one big go, but who knows? I don't really know. I don't really necessarily care, but I do care. But yeah, Stray was fun. I don't regret playing anything I played on this channel. Obviously, Super Mario Bros. Wii was just incredible. I had a lot of fun playing that, and I got mad at some points. I played some VR. I still want to play more VR stuff. I have a lot of VR games in mind, like Green Hell, Ancient Dungeon, Blade and Sorcery, budget cuts. I have a lot of stuff for budget cuts in the works. I'm just trying to make it something good. But not like good, not like movie level good, you know, one person who doesn't really know what they're doing when it comes to editing stuff. I'm just kind of editing all the funny bits together, trying to make it cinematic-ish. I don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much. It's probably not going to be that great, but I'm going to be looking forward to releasing that and actually enjoying that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And yeah, I mean, you know, I don't have a timeline actually set up for me. I kind of just I'm spitballing here. I mean, Death Hunt to Canada. That was another really fun, semi-successful thing. But again, the success part doesn't really, I don't really care. I just kind of enjoy that I'm playing games, and some people happen to tune in and enjoy it, watching me play them. It's great. It's pretty great. Surgeon Simulator. That was, oh my god, that was so much fun. I really want to play that again, but I mean, I did everything I really could. That was a time in my life. I had a lot of fun playing Surgeon Simulator. Obviously, Poor Bob from Retro Bowl, based off of that Bob right there. And obviously, in Retro Bowl, I mean, how do I forget about the Retro Bowl? Retro Bowl is absolutely just such a fun thing. And I had that idea, and I was like, the reason it started when it did is because I was looking up like when football started, and I realized it was already a month into the season. I was like, ah, shit. Well, that's awkward. So I had to like do some episodes and play it around, but somehow it all lined up perfectly how I did it, and it all wound up with the Retro Bowl actually being on Sunday. Cause Shadoy, I mean, I didn't really think anything of when I said Sunday night Retro Bowl football stuff, but yeah, that's when frickin' the Super Bowl is. I'm an idiot. I didn't really think that through, but somehow I thought it through like internally because it actually worked out for. But Retro Bowl is like the thing that I'm probably the most proud of out of all this stuff, just because that was an idea that I had that actually boded pretty well. People really enjoyed, and I had an absolute blast doing it. You know, Tom and Jim. It's such a fun thing, and I'm so glad it all panned out well. Especially with the Cheermas special. The 12 Days of Cheermas was such a fun but oh so laborious time. Because power was being weird. Like right as I said I'm going to start working on this, the power started going weird. And then by the time it got back up, I only had like 3 days to make 13 videos. So, and well, 11 videos, 2 streams. But I still wanted to do it. So obviously it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but I made a quick little intro. I made some fun bits. I honestly, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, everything kind of turned out how much I expected it to, except for Cooking Sim VR. I fucked up the mic on that. So, and on the Thief Sim, the VR is a magic land. I played Boneworks with one of my friends, and I had some recordings of that, and it was so fucking funny. But you couldn't hear anything because the mic didn't switch right, so it didn't. You heard it as if I was like 8 feet away, so you can barely hear me. But obviously, it stopped me then. It didn't really stop me now, like with Overwatch. How I fucking fucked up recording Overwatch, and I just recorded. I just showed you the best footage of the darkness of me and my friend playing Overwatch. That was fun. Arguably more fun than the actual situation, like actually watching me play Overwatch. At least for me, I had a lot. It was interesting. It was a fun little thing. It was a stupid little idea. You know, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna upload it anyway. This is it. I don't really care. I don't take this. I stopped taking like the entire idea seriously. Like obviously, I like having something out every day or every other day. If things need to get pushed back, I'm a lot more like okay with that than I was before. I've obviously been a lot more like lenient with myself. Like when I started missing days, like I started like waking up late for work because I was working on something here. I was like, okay, I gotta change up the ideas somehow a little bit, and it's all gone positive for me anyway. I'm having a blast, just doing this stuff. It's a fun little hobby, and you know everyone else is. Some people are gaining from this, and I'm really great. Now, can someone survive the Death Road to Canada series? I really want to get back onto that, but it's going to be one of those things where I kind of just, like, I'm probably going to make it a little bit less episodic, like, you know, like the intros, or, like, I'll probably have, like, I don't know how I want to redo it, but I have an episode set up. I have all the people made, I just haven't done it yet, so maybe I'll, like, stream it, and then I'll just be like, hey, watch the stream highlights of this particular group of people making it to Canada. Or not. Almost definitely not. But yeah, I mean, it's fun stuff. You know, the Learning 2 series I'm doing now, that's so much fun. I'm enjoying just doing some stuff. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do some stuff. I have an idea of what I want to do tomorrow. And it's gonna work, hopefully. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's good. And obviously Raft. Raft is probably one of the things. It's like up there with Retro Bowl and like a 12 Days of Cheermas that I'm like in like Table for One that I'm like most proud of. It's because it's literally just me and my friends having fun playing a game. It's literally just what I started as wanting to do. Just focus on me and my friends sometimes dicking around, having a good time. It's like I like those moments. Like the reason I rewatched Raft is because I love those moments. And reminiscing is awesome, but being able to live that again is even better. And you can now, if you record it. So if that's enough of a sign for you to do some stuff with this, with YouTube and whatnot, hey, go for it, man. I'm rooting for you. Have fun. That's what I've been focusing on with this. I want to have fun. And obviously, as I get more into it, having fun also kind of means wanting to do some extra stuff, you know, like have some extra pizzazz thrown in there, which I would really like to do. I have so many silly ideas in my head that I want to come to fruition, but I just gotta work on them. I actually have to like pull myself out of like this headspace of I could do it later, or it's too complicated. And in my head as well, I imagine something going perfectly. I need to stop doing that. I need to start thinking more realistically. Like when I thought of like the Lego stream, like I thought like everything was gonna be like cinematic. The lighting was gonna be perfect. You'd be able to see all the jokes and everything. But it just didn't really work out as much as I hoped it would. I still thought it was fun, and the highlights of it was just a good time making that. I was rewatching everything, but I thought it could have probably landed a little better. I probably could have done some more like work into it, you know, like actually preparing a bit more. But yeah, so for future bigger things, or like less gamey or like less just basic like chilling, playing a video game streams or videos, I'm gonna try to put a little bit more work into them. This time next year, hopefully I have done something even crazier, because that's what I want to do. I think it's gonna be a blast. I have a lot of ideas going off in my head. But I'm so proud of what we've been able to do this year. Like 330 videos of like 360, 365. That's not bad. We didn't miss that many days. We just a month. Gave us a month of break. Most of that was 12 days of Sheermas. Like the 2 weeks in between that. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stuff. And Table for One, I want to bring back like right now, like on this Sunday, but I don't know if it's ready. Again, because that's it. In my head, I want to just do it, but I also know I kind of want to do it right, so I don't know. So I might just make. I'll be thinking about it. It's been like 2 months since I've been playing board games for you guys. Which means it's been 2 months since I've really played many board games at all. And getting another board game and like finding joy in watching board games and stuff, like all that sort of stuff, has been really inspiring me to want to do it again. So it may just wind up being another half-ass attempt at an interesting show idea or something. I don't know. But I do know that I have some general thoughts and ideas of what I want to do, and I'm going to make sure those are done for each episode. Like actually explaining the rules separately, and then just playing the game and showing you like the highlights of the game and stuff like that. Because I want to do a lot more like bigger box games. But the problem with how I think about it is, even if I gave myself like every other week, I would still probably like save all the playing and recording and editing for one day. So I need to do it in a way that's easy but entertaining. And, you know, actually figuring that out has proven a little difficult for me. So give it a little bit more time and it's going to come out. I hope someone's excited for that, because I know I am. But I really want to work on it. I want to do it. I want to have fun with board games again on this channel, because that's what started me. And that's what's kept me kind of here. It put me here in the first place, really. I just wanted to do something, and I did it. Yeah, it's been a year. I can't believe that. Like, honestly, I don't know how. It's crazy. But yeah, it's not a very long episode, I know. But yeah, I'm really, really proud of some of the stuff I've been able to do. Some of the videos, let's go. I want to see what my like most popular stuff is, like stuff that got like the most clicks. Because I know it's not anything I was ever really expecting popular. Yeah, like Emperor's Slime Routine, the Slime Rancher video. I don't know how that got as much love as it did. I'm happy it did. But I remember recording that and feeling like shit. I thought it was awful. I thought it was really, really bad. I didn't like it. But I was gonna scrap the entire video until I remembered that I did this, the Emperor's Palpatine bit, and I was like, okay, that's funny enough for me to be like, alright, I'll keep that in there. Like, it's not a video I'm necessarily very proud of, but I'm very happy it came out and people liked it. The Buffalo Nickel one, me just looking up Buffalo Nickels, so I got like this. It's the second on the channel. I'm only assuming it's because the picture I made was pretty funny. I'm a big fan of that. I'm pretty happy at how that came out. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator video, I only did one. I wanted to do more of that, but I don't know why I didn't. But the Sonic Gaming Combo Set Experience, I did not. It's been receiving love lately. Like every time I go onto my channel, it's like, oh hey, you have a few views on this, you have a few views on this. Like, it's almost always that one video, and I'm happy with that, because that was the thing that I was really excited to do. Since I made the better setup, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, and I had a blast. So I'm glad people are liking that. That's the thing. Like, if something doesn't do that well now, it could always do well later, if I care, which I really don't. You know, like, I just made some, like, Alphabet Soup, some of my tier lists, the Alphabet one was so much fun. I really love, like, the fleshed out, like, natural experiences, but I also just love scripting some stuff, so, like, silly jokes and whatnot. Things like with that, I had the puppet doing the A through Z thing on a tier list. It was supposed to be a silly little goof. But I didn't think I would honestly do it. I thought at some point I'd be like, no, okay, let's make an actual tier list now. But no, I was just like, nah, we'll just lean into it. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Stuff like that. I really want to do stuff like that. I guess just silly things. Just silly, semi-scripted stuff. I want to do something like that. I'm surprised Volleyball Fever got some love. I had that set up for ages. But, I mean, again, pretty much anything that has been clicked on or has not been clicked on, I'm incredibly proud of. And I'm just so happy that some people have tuned into some stuff and watched it and enjoyed it. It makes me happy. Thank you guys. some of you specifically that I want to thank. Sama. You know, you were one of the first people who really did stuff with my live streams, like tuned in and like made me aware that you were tuning in. And you know, I mean, I still got the fur giraffe named after you, and I mean, honestly, it's just I'm just really happy that you stuck around and you still are. Thank you. Squid Man. He commented on a few of my videos, and was just like super enthusiastic about it, and like, wow, man, you're really entertaining. You're able to do dumb videos out of like just defining words until I couldn't, and like the game, like John Way's Game of Life or something. He was like. He said like, those were good ideas. I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, as much as I don't do it for the praise and the attention and whatever, I'm just like, I'm happy that someone enjoyed it. You think that is kind of an idea of why I did it. I want people to enjoy what I'm putting out. I'm not gonna I enjoy. This is a stretch, but like I'll enjoy, you know, slapping the old hog around. No, this is like you know what, we're just gonna not. We're not gonna talk about that. This is sentimental. This is emotional. To everyone who tuned into one of my streams, honestly, thank you. I had a blast entertaining you guys. Talking to the cats. But the last person I really want to thank is a guy named G Spree. If you're tuning in to listen to this, thank you. He's one of the most active members in this little community we have going. He makes every stream he pops into just a little bit more silly, a little bit more fun. And he's definitely kept up my spirits with some things. He's a great guy. So thank you, G-Spree. Your shit's funny, man. You got some funny stuff going on over on your end of things. But yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about. Just a quick little thank yous to some special shout-outs to some of you guys. I don't know exactly what next year's gonna bring, but as long as someone's along for the ride, I'll be happy to take the reins and send us somewhere. I guess I'm not good at saying things with my mouth and brain at the same time. You know, like I could go on and on. You could probably remember a lot more things than I remember to say now, but all I need to say is everything's pretty good. I mean, things are smooth, things are good, things are happy. It's great. That's great. Alright, well, yeah. I guess this is it for this episode of Stranded Deep in Conversation. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.